Good morning, friends. Today we will read the second poem for class 12th. The name of the poem is An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum. This poem is written by Stephen Spender. So, first of all, we will talk about the poet. Stephen Spender was born in the year 1909. He was an English poet and essayist. He was one of the pioneers of the poetic movement in the 1930s. He has written many novels, essays. His major stream of work is on social justice and the class struggle. Now we come to the poem. The first stanza of the poem is that far, far from gusty waves, these children's faces, like rootless weeds, the air torn round their pallor. The tall girl with her way down hat, the paper seeming boy with rat's eyes, the stunted unlucky heir of twisted bonds reciting a father's gnawed disease, his lesson from his desk at back of the dim class, one unnoted sweet and young, his eyes live in a dream of squirrel's game in tree room other than this. In the first stanza, Spender describes the miserable condition of the children in a school in a slum area. The children's faces are unlike the unusual children of schools. Instead of being exuberant and energetic, they are look like rootless weeds, withered and worn out. They are unclean and untidy, as they are malnourished, sick and hungry. Just as uprooted weeds are not wanted in the garden, so are the children of slum unwanted in a society. They have pale faces. Their hair is uncombed. The tall, slim girl has her head bowed down as though she is exhausted physically because of malnutrition and emotionally because of poverty. The other students of the class are also not in a better situation. Just like the girl who is burdened with the atrocities of life, there is a boy who is as thin as paper. Again, because of malnutrition and the lack of civic amenities, he has eyes like that of a rat, searching for food and betterment. Another child in the class, who is a victim of genetic disorder, has gnawed bones and stunted growth. He is very weak. In one corner of this poorly lit and ill equipped class is a sweet, unnoticed young child. He is lost in the world of his dream. The dull and monotonous classroom does not interest him, and hence his mind diverts towards the squirrel in her tree room. He too dreams of fun and frolic in an open space. Second stanza. On sour cream walls, donation Shakespeare's head, cloudless at dawn, civilized doom, riding all cities, bellied, flowery, Tyrol's valley open handed map awarding the world its world, and yet for these children, these windows, not this map their world, where all their futures painted with the fog, a narrow street sealed in with a lead sky, far, far from rivers, capes, and stars of woods. In the second stanza, Stephen says, the dirty classroom. On the walls are displayed the names of people who have given donations. The bust of Shakespeare is displayed in the clear background of the sky. Walls have pictures of beautiful Tyrosis Valley as well as a world map. The children's eyes can only view a narrow road enclosed with a dull sky. It is quite a dreary and depressing place for children. The third stanza. Surely Shakespeare is wicked, the map a bad example, with ships and sun and love tempting them to steal for lives that slowly turn in their cramped holes. From fog to endless night, on the slag heap, these children wear skin peeped through by bones and spectacles of steel with mended glass like bottle bits on stones. All their time and space are foggy slums, so blot their maps with slums as big as doom. In the third stanza, the pensive poet suddenly turns aggressive and feels that Shakespeare is wicked. This is because he misleads the children. He shows them a beautiful world of ships, sun, and love, which is not only unreal for them but has a corrupting influence on these children and instigates them to steal and try to escape from their cramped holes. Their existence is indeed very sad. These emaciated children are so thin that it appears that they are wearing only skins. The spectacles they are wearing have glass which has been broken and mended. Their entire appearance reeks of their deprivation. The poet shows his outrage by suggesting that the map on their walls should show huge slums instead of beautiful scenic graphics. Fourth and last stanza. Unless governor, inspector, visitor, this map becomes their window, and these windows that shut upon their lives like catacombs break, open till they break the town, and so the children to Greenfield and make their world run azure on gold sands, and let their tongues run naked into books. The white and the green leaves open history theirs, whose language is the sun. Finally, in the last stanza, the poet reveals the appealing truth that there can be no change for the better unless a governor, a school inspector, or an educationist or a visitor comes to the school. The map in their classroom is only medium for children, a view of world outside their slums. The window of their classroom shut them and confined them to their world of poverty and helplessness. The poet next appeals to those people who are in power to liberate these slum children from the horrendous and glorify that they are leading. He also exhorts the people themselves to break open these windows which appears to have sealed in fate of these children. He would like to see these children bask in the educational facilities in this world and run carefree on the golden sand and enjoy a new lass of life and freedom. The poet earnestly desires that each and every child should be able to enjoy the fundamental rights to freedom. They should have access all kinds of books, new as well as old. They should also be able to learn from nature around them. Spender ends the poem on a positive note as he expresses his belief that people who are ignited by the spirit of knowledge and learning are the ones who create history. It is their moral liability of everyone to break barriers between the haves and the haves not and give a meaningful education to all. That is the end of the poem. I hope you like it. Now I will tell you some difficult words used in the poem. Gusty. Gusty means a rush of wind, here full of energy and vigor. Another word is weeds. Weeds are called unwanted plants. Pallor, unhealthy and pale appearance. Stunted means underdeveloped. Another word is gnawed. Gnawed means rough, having a weather better appearance, beaten appearance. Tralucis Valley, a beautiful valley in the Australian mountains. Capes means here tip of the sea, wicked, mischievous or tricky. Slyly means cunning. Slag means worthless, useless, mended to make something usable by repairing it. Blot means a weak point, blemish. Another word is heir. Heir means one who gets the property of a person upon his death. Doom means a disaster, catacombs, an underground place used to bury dead people. Azure means a bright blue color. That is the end of the poem. Thank you very much. I hope you like it. Have a nice day.